From AmazingAvenue.com, headline, Top 25 Mets Prospects for 2024. At number 4, outfielder first baseman Ryan Clifford. Now, before we get into this video, I need you to hit that subscribe button so you get all these great scouting reports, all this great stuff on the Mets prospects, their minor leagues, and of course everything that's going on with the front office. A North Carolina native, Ryan Clifford attended Leesville Road High School, public school in Raleigh. As a freshman, he had a .526 on-base percentage and hit 4 home runs in 21 games. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic forcing the 20 season to end early, Gatorade continued their tradition of awarding an award to the best high school player from each state. And the 2020 Gatorade Player of the Year award went to Clifford, who hit .692 of 3 home runs in 4 games. After his sophomore season, he transferred to the Pro 5 Baseball Academy in Apex, North Carolina, a program that has sent nearly 90% of its students either to college to play baseball or straight to the pros out of the MLB draft. There, Clifford and his family reasoned he would be able to get year-round training and exposure in preparation for a professional baseball career. Over the next 2 years, his profile would rise and his name would commonly be bandied about by scouts and evaluators for his work at workouts and exhibition games across the showcase circuit. Not that his name was an unknown one, as he was on the gold medal winning 12U and 15U USA national teams in 2015 and 2018 respectively. Clifford was considered one of the better high school bats in the draft class, but his slightly older age relative to his peers coupled less impressive than expected numbers in his junior and senior seasons, and his commitment to Vanderbilt University caused him to fall through the cracks and drop down the board. Indeed, the Mets were high on him and were considering drafting him in a high round thanks to their 2 first-round picks and additional qualifying to offer free agent compensation round pick, but were unable to make the money work with the higher priority players they were already deciding to draft. Finally, in the 11th round of the 2022 MLB draft, the Houston Astros selected him, the 343 selection overall made. Astros scouting director Chris Gross, who's now the Mets' current scouting director, was initially unsure if the team would be able to find the financial flexibility to sign him, but knew that they had to try when he dropped all the way to the 11th round. Ultimately, they were able to buy him out of his commitment to Vanderbilt, signing him for $1.256 million, roughly, equivalent to the MLB assigned slot values of second-round picks in the 2022 MLB draft. Much like the Mets' strategy in a handful of recent drafts, the Astros were able to find the additional funds to sign Clifford by shaving small amounts from the bonuses offered to their top 10 prospects and picks. Clifford made his professional debut later that summer with the Florida Complex League Astros Orange, the Astros Florida Complex League team. Appearing in 13 games, he went 8 for 36 with 3 doubles, 1 home run, 2 stolen bases, and 12 walks to 16 strikeouts. With a .222 batting average, he was promoted to the Single A Fayette Woodpeckers in the Carolina League and finished out the season going 11 for 41. All in all, his professional debut went well as he hit .247, .426, .390 with 5 doubles, 2 homers, 2 stolen bases, and 25 combined games. He began the 23 season with the Woodpeckers and spent 25 games with them before being promoted to the High A Asheville Taurus in May. Clifford was phenomenal, hitting .337 in 25 games with 5 doubles, 2 home runs. For as good as the 19-year-old was, he was just scratching the surface. In the 2.5 months he played with the Taurus, from mid-May until the end of July, Clifford hit .271 in 58 games with 11 doubles, 16 home runs. On August 1st, the Mets traded Justin Verlander to the Astros and received Clifford and former Taurus teammate Drew Gilbert in return. Clifford was assigned to the Brooklyn Cyclones and finished out the rest of the season, hitting .188 in 32 games with 4 doubles, 6 home runs, and 1 stolen base. All in all, for all 3 teams, he hit .262 with 20 doubles, 24 home runs, and 64 walks to 140 strikeouts. Clifford was one of 5 teenagers in all of the minor league baseball with 20 or more home runs in 2023, and he hit the ball as hard as virtually anyone in his age group with a 19th percentile exit velocity of 107.1 miles per hour. Wow. At the plate, the 6'3", 200-pound Clifford stands square at the plate, holds his hands at his head, and angling his bat head at 10 o'clock. He swings with a slight kick toe tap without much of a load or weight transfer. His left-handed stroke is smooth, efficient, and quick, producing light tower power. But is also long in his contact rates and strikeout rates, trending in the wrong direction in 23 as the season went on. While Brooklyn is certainly tough on hitters, his ground ball rate jumped from a 35.7% in Nashville to a 47.8% with the Cyclones, while his line drive rate dropped about 5%, and his fly ball rate increased about 5%. Perhaps intimidated by the ballpark there, a stadium well known for suppressing left-handed power, or perhaps just in home run happy mode thanks to his success with the Taurus, but he also stopped using as much of the field, pulling the ball at a 41.2% rate as opposed to 34.4% rate. He does have an advanced approach at the plate as compared to other players at his age, making smart swing decisions, working counts, and focusing on pitches he could drive, but in his own words, many of the walks he drew in 2022 and in early 23 were from facing pitchers with poor command. He can sometimes be too passive at the plate when pitchers do not show pinpoint control, working himself into unfavorable counts by coming up to the plate with the intention of not swinging at anything questionable or borderline. Defensively, Clifford provides little value in any of the positions that he played in 2023. In the outfield, he's a net neutral fielder, buoyed by his strong arm. His speed is fringy at best, and based on his body type as he ages, he will likely lose additional athleticism and range. His read of the ball off the bat and the routes that he takes in the field are both suboptimal, and more work needs to be put into improve both. His work at first base also not great, and needs to improve his receiving abilities and his reaction to quick play. So, a lot of work here, with Ryan Clifford, but there's a lot of upside with that power. So that is his biggest attribute, his biggest plus as a player. So, you let me know what you think about this video. And of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.